just in. Birch Bayh has just released his one delegate to Fred Harris. This thing isn't over yet, folks. No. And the national office of the Stop Carter movement is now a Burger King. I guess, you know, we maybe should get used to the expression of President Carter. Maybe, you know, could happen. And if so, decades from now, tourists will go to Washington to visit the Carter Monument, a 200-foot-high marble molar. Well, something happened several weeks ago that we can now tell you about. It could only be described as mystical. Jimmy Carter was making a speech, and the light reflecting off his teeth gave off such a great and glorious glow that 3 wise men showed up bearing the New York delegation. I never thought I'd see the day when I would be in New York yearning to go to Kansas City where the action is. I think the only way you're going to get any excitement at the Democratic convention if Jerry Brown ever got the nomination and then he would announce his running mate, his own inner self. Well, let's see, how about running mate? Frank Church has been mentioned. He won 3 primaries, won Nebraska, Ontario, and Manitoba. But I get a kick out of Brown with the austere lifestyle. Imagine if Brown was ever elected president. Imagine his inaugural parade as he backpacks down Pennsylvania Avenue. As the Marine band plays Hare Krishna to the chief. So he went back to California. He just spent the weekend at his weekend retreat. Now, Brown, you know, of the austere lifestyle. For example, Reagan has a ranch out there. Ford has the lodge at Vail. Brown has a mattress in Malibu. All he's trying to do, Mr. Carter, is to please everybody at the same time. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's politics. Just deal to everybody. He's the only candidate who would order a hot pastrami on raisin bread with ketchup. Just wants to please everybody. That's all. Everybody. The rich person, the poor person, the farmer, the urban dweller. He's the only farmer in Georgia who wears bib overalls with a little alligator on the pocket. Okay, now it's you and the studio audience, your turn now to let me know and let the nation know how you feel about the 3 candidates that are left. And we're going to take another one of our famous polls. If the election were to be held tomorrow, how many in here, right now, would vote for Gerald Ford? Good. Very good. You, by the way, are in the same company with Zsa Zsa Gabor, Fred Astaire, and Sonny Bono. The election be held tomorrow. How many would vote for Ronald Reagan? All right. You had to think about that, didn't you? You are in the same company with John Wayne and Pat Boone. They are backing Reagan, and don't think it was easy finding the last 2 guys in America who still think Nixon's innocent. The election be held tomorrow. How many would vote for Jimmy Carter? You are in the same company with Johnny Cash, Burt Lancaster, and Percy Sledge. But Reagan started to pull ahead there. You know, it bothers him when people still refer to him as an actor and everything. Well, I have the same problem. I still keep thinking of him as an actor. I suppose it was because when he was governor, he would sign all the bills, "Best wishes, Ronnie." But it started to turn around for Reagan in the Texas primary. He obviously did so very, very well in Texas, having promised the voters of that state that if elected, he would move their southern border down to Panama. and install an exact change lane in the canal.